Yes, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy, back again with another update, back again with another story to discuss. And basically in this one, we're going to speak about James Maddison and the fact that reports indicate that he might actually push a move out of Leicester City. We're going to dive into that, try to understand the repercussions of that. Could it happen? Could James Maddison in the first place push for a move out of Leicester City? What are the reasons I think he will never push a move out of Leicester City? So we're going to discuss that, and I'm going to give you a lot of context and a lot of talk around James Maddison and the possibility of him pushing out of Leicester City to join Arsenal. Right. Of course, we are, before we get into it, all eligible Arsenal staff are getting a 3% pay rise, courtesy, or should I say courtesy, thanking them for standing by the club, for the past 18 months. Of course, we know the past 18 months have been absolute havoc. They've been absolute havoc, in terms of financial status at the club. We have seen a couple of staff cut off. We've seen so many bad things. We've seen so many difficult things happening at Arsenal in the past 18 months. COVID-19 striking the economics of the club really meant a lot. But I think it's a statement. It's a good statement from Arsenal, giving these staff that have been around the club a pay increase of 3%. Look, is it enough? Is it enough? I'm not really sure about that, because I don't know how much each and everybody is getting. But at least it is a statement that Arsenal have made, and I think honestly I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. So congratulations to all the Arsenal staff. I don't know if that includes the players, but I know they're also part of the Arsenal staff. So congratulations to everybody in the Arsenal staff, and I think it's a very good statement for Arsenal, from Arsenal, especially beginning this new season. Make sure you do smash a like on the video. Help me subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 29,000 subscribers before tomorrow. And obviously, the one thing you have to do is always follow me on Twitter at Cossy. Just look, just type in Cossy. You'll find me there. Instagram, Cossy19. I'm also there. So if you're if you're on Instagram, give me a follow. I'll try to give you a thumbs up there and follow you back as well. So let's get the party started. What are we waiting for? Let's get the party started. And to start the party, we will start with James Maddison. Now there have been a couple of reports reporting that James Maddison is actually ready to push a move from Leicester City to Arsenal. And of course, there have been so many reports, there have been so many rumors that the players actually told Leicester City he wants to go, although not formally, although not a formal release me statement. It's called a transfer request. So he's not actually given them a formal transfer request, but he has actually notified Leicester City that he would love to leave. He would love and like to leave the club and join Arsenal Football Club. All those stories are there. All those reports are there. And that's what we're going to dive into. Has James Maddison actually put in an informal request to Leicester City to join Arsenal? Has he actually, in the first place, been tempted enough by Arsenal to be so sure that they will take him, they will pay the money, so he can actually push a move out of Leicester City to join Arsenal? That is where we are at the moment. So to get this right, we have to go back to the roots of this, and the roots are, according to AFC Bell, Arsenal offered James Maddison a juicy contract where they would double his contract, double his salary, actually, up to 200k per week. That is as reported by AFC Bell. He also went forward and said, yeah, the player was offered the iconic shirt number 10. Now, as far as we know, Emile Smith-Rowe has actually taken the shirt number 10. So doesn't make any more sense now. It really doesn't make any more sense. Maddison will not be putting on shirt number 10 even if he joins Arsenal. So does that make me doubt AFC Bell? Absolutely not. I don't doubt him at one point in time. I really don't doubt him at one point in time. So talking about the transfer request then, what could happen and what is happening? What is happening is James Maddison and his camp are very much aware of Arsenal's interest. They are very much aware that the club will make an offer, an official offer, but the club's offer will, the Arsenal's offer will be around 55 million euros, 55 million pounds. Sorry. Leicester City's offer is around, valuation of the player is around 65 million pounds. Of course, there's that big big disparity. There's that big difference, and obviously Arsenal are hoping to close the gap by adding a couple of throwing a couple of players in the deal. That is Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Reece Nelson. We are not yet sure if Leicester City will agree to that deal, but as long as I know, according to the information I have, Leicester City are not interested in a player plus cash deal. They're interested in a cash only deal, which Arsenal may not be actually able to do. So, one, Arsenal still pushing to sign James Maddison. James Maddison wants to join Arsenal. That is confirmed. Leicester City will sell if the right offer and the right bid comes in. They will have to remain with their player if the right offer doesn't actually come in. Will James Maddison then push for a move out of Leicester City? Is he pushing for a move out of Leicester City? Has he told them, I want to leave? Has he told them, I want to leave? No, that is not true. Leicester City are aware of Arsenal's interest. Like I said, the camp of James Maddison is aware of the interest from Arsenal, but they do not and they will not push for a move out of Leicester City. Now look, let's put this into context. The guy signed a contract last summer. New contract last summer, right? There's no way you're telling me he's gonna push a move out of Leicester City. Seems really, pretty contented, and all the storm that is actually rising up is caused by Arsenal's interest. Maddison, for me, would be very fine to stay at Leicester City for another season and maybe think about leaving this the club in the coming summer. He signed his contract last summer. That means his commitment at Leicester City is 100% guaranteed. That is one. Two, there's no way he's pushing there's no way he's pushing for a move out of Leicester City when Arsenal have not even made a serious offer to Leicester City. That is where we are at the moment. That is where we are, because Leicester City are looking at 65 million. Arsenal are still weighing up 55 million. Weighing up. They have not actually officially reached out to Leicester City and say, you know what, this is the money we have, cash on the table. What do you have to say? Leicester City have not rejected any bids, any offers from Arsenal, because Arsenal have actually not tabled any. So if you tell me at this point in time Arsenal are gonna Leicester City's James Maddison will push for a move out of the club, make it make sense, because for me it doesn't make sense. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. For me, a player only pushes for a move one when there is loyalty to be fulfilled on the other side of the deal, on the other side by the club. Because the loyalty of James Maddison is, I'll sign a new contract, I'll stay with you at Leicester City as long as someone brings in the right amount of money you deserve to get in my value. If a club brings 65 or 60 million James Maddison as an offer or as an official bid, he can't push for a move, because he's literally telling them, where is your loyalty? Where is your loyalty? I've signed a new contract. I've been at this football club. I've given you whatever kind of services I could offer. It's time for you to show me loyalty. Let me go. Let me proceed with my career. Let me go to a bigger club like Arsenal. Let me go to a bigger club like than Leicester City. But at the moment, there is no way Maddison is sitting on the table. He sat on the table last summer and was like, you know what? Give me the pen. Right? I'm signing this, James Maddison, until 2024. And there's no way he's resitting on the same table without a club bidding for him seriously and says, you know what? I'm canceling all the commitment. It was a joke. I want to go. I want to leave. I mean, it doesn't make sense. These players and what happens with transfers is you have to be you have to be very careful. If you're leaving the club, fine and well. Yeah. The club that is taking you must be very, very responsible and must be very, very sure. If you're not leaving the club, imagine, because Maddison and his camp think about it, what happens if James Maddison pushes for a move out of Leicester City and then eventually Arsenal fail to get the deal done? What happens? Yeah. What happens if Arsenal don't bid at all? Because it happens with Emi Buendia. Just imagine if Emi, you know, lost his commitment to Norwich and said, I wanted to go to Arsenal, pushing, you know, and pushes for that deal, and eventually Arsenal like, we can't match the offer. So with Maddison pushing the deal, it makes a lot of sense at the moment because there's a lot of rumors and transfer rumors flying around. But is it true? Is it true? No. Is he gonna push for a move? I don't think he's gonna do that. I think you only push for a move when a club is 100% interested in you, like Manuel Locatelli and Juve, like Manuel Locatelli or Locatelli and Arsenal. Locatelli could be like, I want to go to Juve, get their money, because they're, you know, he is 100%. Juve are not going to let him down. They will fulfill the other end of the bargain. There's something with Arsenal. Locatelli could be like, you know what? Get that money from Arsenal, Sassuolo. I want to leave. I want to go. I won't play I won't play here next season, because he knows the moment Sassuolo let him go, he's gonna fall into the arms of Arsenal. But with James Maddison, it is so risky. He could put his career on the line, and eventually Arsenal are like, we can't pay the 65 million pounds. We paid 55 for Ben White. We paid an extra, you know, an extra 20 for Lokonga. We paid an extra 10 for Nuno. We are dry. We are absolutely dry. So I think the transfer request and James Maddison pushing for the move out of Leicester City can only happen if we go into advanced stages of this deal. And I don't think it's necessary, honestly. I don't think it's necessary, because if you look at the kind of information I've been putting out, I've told you Leicester City always sell a player, at least one. In the past 4 or 5 years, if you look at the pattern, they've sold Conte, they've sold Drinkwater, they've sold Riyad Mahrez. That is one per year. They've sold Harry Maguire. And last summer, it was Ben Chilwell, right? So, I mean, the pattern could continue repeating itself if they don't have big dreams of let's go and challenge in the Europa League. Let us challenge for the league. If they do not have those dreams, and I think they do need the money as well. They brought in Somari, they brought in Patson Daka. They might need to, you know, at least get some money back in. That is where you think Arsenal do have the opportunity to sign. James Maddison. Do I think Maddison needs to push for a deal? I don't think he needs to. One, you know, the price tag that they put on him is almost the same price tag they've been selling their players. Harry Maguire, 80. Ben Chilwell, 55 million euros or 58 million euros. So there's no big difference, and you can see the quality of Maddison. Being English, and we bought Ben White at 55 million, you can't pay Maddison for you can't pay for Maddison at 65 million. Really, you can't. So I don't think he needs to push for a deal, because Leicester City are not saying we are not selling. They are saying we are selling only for the right offer, and the right offer, according to them, is 65 million pounds. Negotiations will continue between Leicester City and Arsenal, but there will not be James Maddison pushing for a deal out of Leicester City to join Arsenal. I remain Cossy, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.